Hi, everyone, and welcome to Spotlight in Business. I'm your host, Tammy Defoe, founder, business coach, and public speaking instructor at GTApreneurs. I'm so happy to present to you today Ash Shukla, a holistic financial and business consultant from Financial Chakras. I'm so happy he's going to be the guest speaker at our next big open networking event happening next Tuesday night, September the 20th at 7 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. Before then, I want you to learn a little bit more about Ash. So welcome to the show, Ash. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Tammy. I really appreciate you, letting me come here today. Really appreciate that.
Very welcome, right? And I'm so excited to see your presentation. I know Financial Chakras, it's like, wow, how do those get together, right? So it's going to be really interesting. Can you tell us more about yourself?
Yeah, I originally came here from India with 20 bucks to know English, grew up here in Maryland, ran into financial services in 1994. When I started, Tammy, I wasn't bad, I was pathetic. I had to blackmail my dad through my mom to get my first sale. And eventually I became a financial advisor and I was managing over $300 million with several large organizations. Then I started my own company, built it successfully, helped over 5,000 entrepreneurs, became a keynote speaker for several congressmen. And one congressman was so impressed, he took the United States flag, flew it to our country's capital, and sent it to me as a congressional honor. I wrote a book called Sell Like Crazy back in 2012. And now, brand new book that's coming out called Financial Chakras, and my brand of being a holistic financial business consultant. So I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. Good. And yeah, I love your background. That's so interesting. Always good to learn something new. And so who are the people you especially like to help in your business?
So typically speaking, most of the entrepreneurs who come to me, they're holistic minded or open-minded entrepreneurs. Majority of my audiences are female entrepreneurs, just by its default. But being a financial and holistic brand that I have, I am attracting male entrepreneurs, which I always welcome. But usually female entrepreneurs or holistic minded entrepreneurs are come to me, and mostly wellness entrepreneurs are coming to me a lot lately.
Okay. And what's the difference between a financial advisor and a financial and business consultant?
Yeah, so the differentiation is financial advisors are confined with their rules and regulations, and they really have because I was a financial advisor for 26 plus years, one of the biggest issues that I kept on running into was the solutions are so finite that there is not much of outside of the box thinking that even though a financial advisor wants to implement, sometimes they can't, because of their rules and regulations and stuff like that. As a holistic financial business consultant, we get to create solutions that are really, outside of the box solutions, and really, like for instance, what normally could achieved by $2.5 million, you could achieve the same, goals with few $1,000s, right? So it's a night and day difference between the two.
Okay. So I think it's really interesting. And so do you sell products or you provide advice, or what exactly do you do for the clients?
So I provide a service, right? So it's basically with Financial Chakras, our goal is to help people get aligned and be wealthy. So to get aligned and be wealthy in terms of services are concerned, we take them through a journey, and the journey is unlocking, unblocking, attracting, and building financial abundance. And in the unlocking, as we are taking people through the stages, depending on where somebody is, right? Sometimes people are just emotionally blocked, for themselves. Sometimes I find that people who are, just don't know, how does the financial markets really work, and really just need a grounding on that. So as far as the products are concerned, is more service based, more so than product based, if you will.
Good. And what makes you different than all the other financial advisors out there?
Well, financial advisor is all about, yes, they have the planning tools and stuff like that. But typically speaking, on the financial advisory, I'm not saying, I think the financial advisors who are really good at their job, they really are fantastic, right? So I think there are some amazing financial advisors out there. However, it is, the questioning is that, which track you want to be. It's not about somebody's right or wrong. I believe what is a track, right? Is it a slow track or fast track? Typically, to make $8,000 a month income, suppose with a financial advisor would take you $4,000 a month savings for 20 years, and they'll get you $2.5 million, and that would equate to $8,000 a month income. Versus when you come to a consultant like me, we can come up with a fast track solutions where it will take few $1,000s to get to the same goal. So you can get to the same goal much faster with a lot less money. And it's a much more, in terms of sustainability perspective is concerned, it's just fast track. So the question is, do you want to be on fast track or do you want to be on slow track? They're both right tracks. You just have to decide which one is good for you.
Yeah. So with the chakras, right? Like there's different parts of it in that. And sometimes it's people kind of are holding themselves back, right? Yeah. And they're not. So how do you tie that in with financial? Do you find that a lot of people, like they're kind of helping themselves not get wealthier? Like there's something inside people that prevents them, or, how does this go together, the chakras with the financial?
So basically, like what happened, Tammy, is that in about 2007, I was scammed and I lost a lot of money, and I'm a very heart-centric person. So like, it hurt me really badly. And I'm an introverted person, so I usually don't really like to do a lot of hoopla and hoo-ha kind of thing. So it hurt me really badly. So I went to my grandfather. He helped me out. We always talk about everything. And that day we were talking about chakras. So he helped me understand, he helped me really get aligned, and my business really doubled. It was $5 million to $10 million, like really fast. So I asked him a question: has anybody proven how chakras could exist in finances? And he says that has never been done before. So I went to work, and what I found is with the correct combination with chakras, you can actually, for the first time, I was able to demonstrate how chakras could exist in each financial instrument. So what I find is that when people are stuck emotionally, they're stuck financially. And one of the things I've done is I created a mathematical formula on how do you measure your emotions in dollars for that particular reason, because I believe it's important to understand, successful people, they come out of the funk so much faster than unsuccessful people. And the reason being is they understand their flow as to how they're flowing, right? In my journey of, when this happened, right? My always is that I'm a heart-centric person. So what tends to happen is when I go from my heart into my first chakra, what I tend to find is that I go into, depressive state, things of the nature when things are really bad. But what I found is that when I find my flow and when I find my, right, like a primary chakra, what I'm able to understand is that is a epicenter for everything that I'm doing. Between my primary chakra and my primary energy flow, these two are my epicenters. And once I figure that out, I can understand which financial instruments are right for me, which financial decisions are right for me, how I can flow better, how I can make decisions that are going to get me out of the situation. Like literally 3 weeks ago, my business, with the stuff that I'm doing with the traders and all that stuff we talked about, right? It was growing. It went really good, and then all of a sudden it came to a stop, and there was a reasoning behind that, and I had to fix it. And in 3 weeks, Tammy, I went from zero to $1 million business in 3 weeks. So it's all about how fast you can turn something around. That's what the name of the game is. Because at the end of the day, if you waste emotions and you stay in the funk, and if I go from my heart chakra to my Muladhara chakra or some other chakra, and if I'm staying there too long, I'm wasting my dollars, which is in this case, time is money. The question really is how much money. And to that, people can go, if they go to my website, financialchakras.com, they can actually, there's a calculator there, there's a special calculator that I developed based on a mathematical formula that I developed on how do you measure your emotions in dollars. And that will help people tremendously. You can get out of if you understand how to get out of your situation like this, and that's the magic key between successful people who are making a lot of money versus people who are just constantly struggling too many degrees. So my goal is to really help people get aligned and be wealthy fast.
Yeah, well, I don't know who wouldn't want that, right? It sounds great to me, right? And can you tell us about some recent successes you've had with your clients?
Yeah, absolutely. So I just took a client. I'll give you an example. A client of mine came to me, I would say about 3-4 months ago, we started working together. And initially, we started working on this, a business that they have. And a lot of times, what I find is that people don't understand, or most entrepreneurs don't realize how big of an asset that they have. So this particular client is a jeweler, and she builds a spiritual jewelry. And we started talking. It was always a constant like ebbs and flow. Constant ebbs and flow. So the question was, how do I fix this issue? So the first thing was, I know that I had a system, which a financial system by which if somebody puts just a little bit of money, I can turn it into thousands of dollars in cash flow. So because I have those specialized traders and people that I have partnered with for the last couple of years, using my proprietary financial background and my contacts. So but I wanted her to take advantage of that, but she didn't have the money to take advantage of that. So I'm like, what do I do? So first we created let's say a blitz. She had all this jewelry and stuff that was just sitting in her house and not doing anything. And we created a sale, and and she's actually pretty famous on TV. And so she and I, we started talking. We sold like $30,000 worth of jewelry. I said, go sell it. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, just go sell it, right? And today, her business is gone from ebbs and flow to consistent cash flow. She's right now generating about $5,000 a month cash flow. And she, by implementing my financial system that I have, my trading systems and stuff like that, she's able to generate, right now she's on the cusp of about $17,000 a month cash flow from that. So that is the one. But then she recommended me to her, one of her best friends, two of her best friends, husband-wife team, both business owners. They both own a gym. They're fitness trainers. Her wife is 64, husband is 72 or something of the nature. And they're like, we don't know what to do. We only have this much money, like a little bit of money left over. We really need some help. What do we do? And I started working with them specifically on the financial system first, because I believe that was so important for them. And we literally have started them 2 weeks ago. And in their first week, we just started from my trading systems and all that. We started their cash flow. First week, today, right now, they just cashed in $10,000. So that is my success story.
Fantastic. That sounds great. Well, I'm really looking forward to hearing your presentation next Tuesday, and I'm sure everyone's going to learn a lot of great things. If you haven't registered yet, please go to GTApreneurs.com and look for the Networking Events Toronto tab. We'd be happy to have you there. You're going to get 30 seconds to say what you do and learn more about what Ash has to offer and how you can improve your chakra flow to make more money, right? So sounds fantastic. So thanks for coming on today, Ash. It's a pleasure to have you here, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Tammy, for having me. And those of you who are watching, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I cannot wait to see you next Tuesday.